Okay, we want to take a look at number 57 in the Accent on Achievement book. Quite honestly, number 57 is really and truly one of our students. Every year, it's their favorite exercise. Um, they like the way it sounds, they like the way it lays on the slide or on their fingers, and they just really enjoy it. Before we do that, I got to point out a couple of different things. If you're looking right here, okay, you see a P, okay? That P means piano, okay? And I'm not talking about a piano like keyboard piano. I'm talking about piano like Italian for soft, okay? It means you're going to play it very soft. You're not going to play it loud and proud. You're going to play it softer, okay? The next thing we want to look at is right here, and you see the word RIT. RIT is short for retard. That means you're going to gradually get slower, okay? If you're in the band setting, the conductor will be doing the slowing down. But as a soloist in this instance, you will get to decide how much you slow down. The third thing that we want to look at is right here, okay? That's called a fermata. Sometimes you hear people call it a bird's eye, but it's a fermata, okay? And that fermata means you're going to hold out that last note, in this case, a concert C, for an extended period of time. Okay? Now, usually when we talk about looking at a new piece of music, we look at the key signature. In this case, it's not showing that we're actually in the key of C. And we'll talk about that some other time. That's not something that you need to worry yourself with right now. But it actually it's C minor. But again, it's not something you need to worry about yourself about right now. What you need to just realize is that every one of the accidental notes is going to be written in here for you. So what I would like you to do, take your pencil, take your pen, okay, and I want you to circle this note right here and this note right here, and above that I want you to write a flat. Okay, and remember a flat sign is kind of like a B, a lowercase b, okay? I want you to again do that right here, okay? Just so it helps you remember that, hey, those are E flats and the accidental is good for the entire measure, okay? Now that you've got that written down in your part, let me get this cleaned up a little bit so it doesn't confuse you. Okay. The next thing I want to look at, is we have slurs, okay? Number 45 and number 50, we worked on slurs. We worked on natural slurs. These are not natural slurs. In this case, you have to say your to do if you're one of my trombone players, okay? That is the technique that you have to use for this slur, okay? And again, let me get this stuff cleaned up. Feel free, you can pause this video anytime to help you out, okay? If you need to pause it so you can make a mark, okay? The next thing that I want to point out starts right about here, okay? And a lot of my students tend to get very confused right here because there are four of the exact same note in a row. And usually when they start playing this, it gets very, very choppy. Please avoid the choppiness, okay? Please avoid the choppiness. Now, to our main event, okay? The thing that is mainly different with this line in the book is the pickup notes. And so let's take a second and talk about pickup notes, okay? Pickup notes can be confusing if you allow them to be confusing. In all honesty, they're really not that confusing, but they can be at first, okay? what I want you to notice is right over here, there are only 3 beats in this measure. Okay, we are in 4/4 time. Okay, we are in 4/4 time. Look right here. We are in 4/4 time. However, this measure only has 3 beats, right? 1, 2, and that quarter note right there makes 3. Beat 4 we have taken right here, and we have pushed it to the very beginning of the piece of music. So when you are playing this or counting this, this right here is actually 4-te. Now, not all pickup notes are going to look like this, but you get the general idea, okay? So that would be 4-te 1, 4-te 1, okay? And that tends to confuse a lot of young musicians. Don't let it, okay? Don't let it confuse you. It's really not that complicated. What I'd like to do first is I'd like to go through here and go ahead and count this, okay? I'd like to go ahead and count this, and then I'd like to go through and do the articulation. That way you are familiar with how the articulation should be, okay? So the way we count this off is I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4-te 1, okay? Now, it's important to realize you can't breathe on beat 4, right? Because beat 4 is, you're playing on beat 4. So you can't breathe on beat 4. You got to breathe on beat 3. So let's count. I'll count this off, and then we'll play it, or we'll count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4-te 1, 2, 3. 4-te 1, te 2, te 3. 4-te 1, 2, te 3, te 4-te 1, 2, te 3, te 4-te 1, 2, 3. 4-te 1, te 2, te 3. Okay, so that you noticed I observed the retard right here, and I observed this fermata, okay? The next thing that I want to do is I want to say the correct articulations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, do, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, do, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, do, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, do, 2. And then once again, paying attention to the retard, paying attention to the fermata. Pickup notes are not that confusing. Don't allow it to confuse you. I think the big thing that really gets them, again, is these 4 notes in a row. It gets really choppy. And then forgetting that this and this are still E flat. Okay? Good luck. If you need any help, see Mrs. Reeves in the morning, or we'll get to this in class eventually. Good luck.